I'm Benny Mok. Welcome back to my English channel again, Chapter 2 in November 2024. No kidding, it's time to take common English errors seriously. And what's more, you boost your job prospects from my channel. Today's topics are about Part A, setting positive attitudes, goals, and achieving them, plus Part B, fixing some common English errors. Part A, Q&A section. First of all, I would like to answer 6 questions raised by my buddies. Here you go, let's get started. Question 1. Why do we need to learn English? Most likely you will say the benefits and advantages of learning English are for global communication and access to information on the internet. Bingo! Exactly, we're on the same page. I mean, we do agree with each other on this big topic. See? Question number 2. Do you think that non-native or learners will be struggling more with English learning? No, not at all. It's because it's never too late to start learning a second language for all ages. You know what? I'm very sure that our age, memory, intelligence, energy, and knowledge, they do not play any significant roles in learning English. In fact, it's our attitude, determination, passion, discipline, mentality, self-motivation, and mindset that decide how far we can go in language learning. But the most important thing is, do you have a big heart to learn this target language? That's the most important point. Does it make sense to you? Question number 3. So what do we need to do if we say yes to learning real, natural, confident, clear, beautiful, and polite English? Well, what I can say is just believe in yourself. A, setting meaningful and realistic goals. And B, having a positive and never say die and can do attitude, mindset, determination, passion, mentality before learning and using our target language, that is English language, the #1 global musical language used by almost half of the world population. In fact, having a positive mindset is a must for self-motivation, especially when we encounter setbacks and frustrations on the learning journey. Been there, done that. I know how you feel, how frustrating and depressing of the negative learning experience that we had. Don't give up. Don't quit. We need to stay strong and be motivated. Let's hold our heads up and keep going. Remember, babies keep falling when learning walking. Make sense? And don't forget to look on the bright side of life, and failure is just part of success. In addition, let's celebrate every small win to get inspired, because success is a series of small wins. You got that? But one thing I'm very sure is, without having a positive mindset, your time and effort will be wasted and you won't be able to succeed. Question number 4. What's the mission of Benny's English channel? The mission of my channel is to arouse non-native learners' interests in learning and using real, natural, and native English from correcting their own common errors themselves. Question number 5. How could I be motivated and stay positive when I got stuck and felt frustrated and depressed on my learning journey? What would I do then? Great question. Actually, it happened to me once in a while. In that case, I would take a look at my inspiring and motivating quotes and models which I gathered in my English teaching album to stay positive, be strong, and keep motivated. It really helps and works for me. Also, I invented an incredible and amazing learning strategy, which is called a 4P and 4C success formula. And it can help you to A, unlock your full potential, passion, patience, and practice. B, inspire curiosity and creativity. C, build confidence and courage. You know what? Applying this effective strategy can make our learning journey more enjoyable, entertaining, effortless, easier, engaging, efficient, motivating, fruitful, and not to mention highly successful. Sounds awesome, brilliant, and appealing to you, right? Question number 6. Benny, could you list some of your impressive and favorite sayings in your English teaching album? Certainly, I'd love to. You know what? Lazy along. Bruce Lee, a legendary martial arts master, used this success formula in the 1970s because he thought that self-motivation was crucial to everyone. So let's work together and we can make our big dreams come true and achieve our realistic goals. Number 1, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams and are well prepared for it. Number 2, we need to turn our thoughts into actions, which means to put it into practice and get involved. Number 3, nothing ventured, nothing gained, which means no pain, no gain. Number 4, every master was once a beginner. That is to say, we'll be able to become a master one of these days if we keep doing the right things. Remember, small steps, big impact. Number 5, use it or lose it. In other words, if we don't practice some skills, we'll eventually lose them. And you will be very sorry about that. Number 6, learning by doing. We must use it and live it as much as possible to gain fluency and clarity. Note, just pretend you are a native speaker. It really works for everyone, including me. Come to think of it, I got a very good idea. We need to turn our first language mouth movements into English language mouth movements to reduce our accents. Okay? Number 7, language is just a tool for communication and connection. So don't treat it as a school subject, and immersion is the key. Number 8, real English changed my life, and it can certainly change yours as well. Number 9, could you visualize the positive scenarios and the promising results of having a good command of English? Wow, it's so wonderful, awesome, and terrific. Part B, fixing some common English errors. Fixing some common English errors by self-correction means learners correct themselves instead of a teacher doing it. As I gathered hundreds of thousands of common errors in the last 40 years, I would like to share some of them with you here today. But let's learn why we need to and how to correct them ourselves. Question A. Why is self-correction or error correction so important? And let's pay full attention to the following sayings. Number 1, it's because the longer an error or a problem is left to sit in a learner's target language, the harder it is to get rid of it. I repeat, it is because the longer an error is left to sit in a learner's target language, the harder it is to get rid of it. Number 2, don't let it become the long-term problem. Number 3, I take this approach not repeating our common mistakes. is very important because once we keep repeating them, they will become habit, and it is very hard to break it. Does it make sense to you? B. How does the self-correction work? Most of the errors are mistakes of 1. Grammar, 2. Usage, 3. Vocabulary, 4. Inappropriate language, such as using impolite, unkind, and rude phrases. Here I don't mean foul language, bad language, because that is another issue. Don't get me wrong here. Number 5. The influence of their first languages. So do not translate in your head, and we should think in English as much as possible. Why? It's because translating in your head takes time, makes mistakes, and slows down the natural flows of speech and thoughts. And number 6, most importantly, the structure of sentences in English and other languages are very different, especially those from Asia, like from Hong Kong. In a nutshell, stop translating in our head and train our brains to think in English as much as possible. We can do this by learning more useful phrases and expressions. Let's say yes to dreaming big and achieving our goals, and let's experience the power of yes. Exercise 1. Excuse me, Jack. Can I borrow your toilet, please? First of all, let's take a look at the incorrect version. Obviously, we can see that the errors are mistakes of vocabulary, because that is an example sentence of choosing or using the wrong words. Why? It's because the verb borrow means to take something away which belongs to someone else with the intention of returning it after a period of time. For instance, borrowing some books, CDs, magazines, appliances from someone. But let's take a close look at the verb borrow once again and think about its meaning deeply. Do you think we are able to take away someone's toilets or bathrooms from their homes? That's impossible. That's insane. And that doesn't make any sense at all. In fact, if you like to ask for permission to use something like the bathrooms, just simply say, "Excuse me, could I use your bathroom, please?" And that's good enough to express your ideas clearly. And I strongly recommend using the term bathrooms instead of toilets, because Americans and Canadians do not say toilets in their homes. Homework. Because this video is a little bit long, I think it takes about 80 minutes to finish watching it. I would like to leave some exercises for you to fix the common errors yourselves. And I will go over the correct answers with you in chapter 3. Okay? Exercise 2. How to spell, how to say, how to read this word. Exercise 3. Excuse me, Jack. Could you help me post this letter after work? Exercise 4. Don't worry, I'll give you a phone when I go home. 5. Excuse me, could you hold my luggage in the hotel storeroom, please? 6. Jack is cool, so he has less friends. Exercise 7. Would you mind putting your correct answers in the space provided? There are 12 short questions here. I did the first one for you as an example. For instance, it's not correct to say, "She is good at oral English." It should be, "She's good at spoken English." Spoken English is 100% correct term, although we can say "or exams" or "examiners" is absolutely a correct phrase. No worries. Now, would you please rewrite the following phrases from A to M yourselves? I really appreciate that, and thanks a trillion in advance. A. Company job. The correct answer should be company STEM. B. Pay more effort. C. The price is expensive. D. The traffic is convenient. E. Thanks for your present. Dinner. F. Hi, good morning. G. Can you repeat again? H. Pardon, please. I. Where are you come from? J. When there's a fire, do not use the lift. In America, they say the elevator. K. My hands had no feelings when I was washing the dishes in December. L. Jack is our common friend. M. I had no ear after a soccer match. Many thanks for having a try on correcting the above dozen questions. Thanks a trillion for making an effort on those exercises. You made my day. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave your constructive comments below, and most importantly, recommend your Greek friends to this brilliant channel. Thanks a bunch, my buddies. One more thing, before you go away, let's take a look at my Splendid English teaching album so that you can see my inspiring and motivating sayings, quotes, mottos over there. Okay, here you are. But before that, let's take a look at the following splendid motivating saying. The distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So let's take action right now. Thank you.